Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the second video in my series in which I respond to your opinions on each individual BTS and Blackpink member, and today's I'm going to be responding to your taehyung. Again, thank you so much to everyone that submitted a response. You all did not disappoint. If you didn't get a chance to but wanted to, don't worry, I'll be putting out plenty of forms in the future. Alright, let's get right into it. When I first saw him I didn't think that he was a visual, but now he is the most handsome member for me. LOL, for me it's the opposite. When I first saw him I thought he was the visual, but I literally knew nothing about Korean beauty standards and didn't fully understand the visual position either. But beauty is subjective though, so there's that. He shouldn't get visual. Visual is the member who has the Korean standards best. In my opinion he fits international standards more. I addressed this in another video, but I think the visual position is dumb as hell. I think attractiveness does matter a lot in K-pop, but the visual position really doesn't do much for the group. All the members need to be attractive to a certain degree according to Korean beauty standards for the visuals to be of any use. If only the visual member fits K-beauty standards but the others don't at all, the group will probably not be very successful in Korea, as sad as that is. So I don't really get what the purpose of the actual visual position even is. Like, sure, okay, you fit the K-beauty standards the most, and what about it? If anything it'll attract more people to that person, but won't do anything for the group at all. I guess Tae does fit international beauty standards more than K-beauty standards, though he still fits into K-beauty standards quite well. But like I said before, beauty is subjective and that's on period. You know the visual role is super lame. Damn, do people care about looks that much? Jin is literally visual of the group. There is like a war between Tae's and Jin's visual, since many armies prefer taehyung's visual over Jin's. Girl, I'm literally over here asking the same question. And yeah, apparently people did care about looks that much. The fact that armies fight each other over who deserves the visual position and is the most attractive is literally beyond me. Like, imagine legit fighting someone over something so superficial and dumb. I don't get it. LOL, y'all know how I feel about visuals and beauty standards. He hasn't changed or become sad. He's just maturing and y'all are not. P to the E to the R to the I to the O to the D period. To those of you that keep saying Tae has changed, are you the same person you were 5 years ago? Or forget that, even a year ago? Yeah, I'm guessing the answer is no. Tae has just grown and matured like a normal human being, and y'all don't see him 24/7, only edited footage on camera, etc. So we don't know what he has been going through and how he has been changing gradually behind the scenes, and it looks abrupt to us. Change is normal, and just because he's quieter than he used to be and not jumpy and bubbly all the time doesn't automatically mean he's sad or has morphed into a completely different person, period. Taehyung has the best stage presence in BTS. This is a very interesting opinion. I actually haven't seen many people say this before. Most people say Jimin or Jungkook have the best stage presence, and I've seen Namjoon and Yoongi get mentioned a lot as well. And while I do agree with that, it's undeniable that Tae has incredible stage presence. His charm and charisma on stage are out of this world, and the effort he puts into interacting with armies, like waving to people's cameras and making eye contact with as many armies as possible, is just amazing. I would say he is definitely in the top 3 in terms of stage presence, though I do feel like all of them have come quite far since debut and are on a very similar level. I love Taehyung. He is super talented and he is very kind, and his relationship with his members is awesome. But he is very unpredictable. Like, you don't know if he is gonna be in a good mood or a bad mood until you see him clearly. I kind of agree with this opinion. He is quite unpredictable, but I don't think he is necessarily in a bad mood when he seems different. If you watch Run Bangtan you'll notice that he's more excited and active in some episodes than others, whereas most of the other members seem to be more consistent with their moods. But I don't think he is in a bad mood when he seems not as active or somehow different. Okay, I know I'm not a therapist or any of the sort, but sometimes Taehyung really worries me with his emotionless face. It's like he is hard to read at times. The same thing goes for me as well. So I thought I would be able to understand, but it's the complete opposite. I wonder if people around me ever think that way. Honestly, taehyung just has a resting bitch face. LOL. I feel bad that people assume he's moody or sad or angry when he's just neutral and not being expressive, because I relate to that too. I have resting bitch face and people assume I'm unapproachable and even think I'm low-key intimidating, when the truth is my introverted ass literally cannot talk to people. Mayo, like I promise I'm not a bitch. So yeah, I feel like it's the same with Tae, and there isn't anything to worry about. He has been pretty open with his struggles, so if there is something going on and he feels comfortable to share it with ARMY, he likely will. And if he doesn't want to share it, he won't. His facial expressions may reflect that something is wrong, but he is human and we all go through ups and downs, and that's okay. For the most part though, it's just resting bitch face. LOL. At least that's what I think. taehyung is not lead vocal material, don't get me wrong, his voice is my favorite along with Jungkook, but if you see their discography, most of the songs are high pitched where we don't need deep vocals, but there are songs like Life Goes On where he should and got the most lines. I find taehyung's voice to be similar to Jisoo's, in the sense that both of them have deeper voices with a unique color and tone. K-pop highly favors higher voices, and so idols with lower voices often stand out, and not necessarily in a good way. P-Dog, a producer that works with BTS a lot, is also a huge fan of higher songs and vocals. Lower voices aren't really appreciated and considered to be anything special, which really sucks. Of course, when BTS's discography is full of higher pitched songs, Tae's baritone voice will stand out in a not so good way because his voice isn't made for those songs. I really hope they explore lower voices more in the future, because Tae really is an incredible vocalist and it's not fair that 90% of the time he has to sing outside his range. Like this person said, his voice really suits Life Goes On and he should be given more lines in songs like that, since he doesn't get a lot of opportunities to showcase his vocal strengths, with most of their songs being high-pitched. Intro, Singularity, Blue and Grey, and The Truth Untold are some songs in which Tae's voice really shined, and I hope he gets to sing more like that in the future. I don't prefer his voice that much, but I love him though. I personally think he has an amazing voice, but like I explained in the previous response, he just doesn't get a lot of opportunities to showcase his vocal strengths very well, which is why a lot of people don't see his true abilities and potential. Irrespective, we all have different preferences, so if you aren't a fan of his voice, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're being respectful. Y'all are gonna get hella mad at me for this, but I think that taehyung deserves something, and that something is, it's maybe, oh I don't know, Vocalist of the Year. You tell him, sis. Tae deserves more appreciation and recognition for his deep, soothing, calm vocals, period. That he didn't change. Many say that his personality has changed or he has become more sad than the 4D alien we all love and adore. I have to disagree with that. I think that he has just matured. Yup, I addressed this in another opinion, and yes, it's what you said exactly. He is still the same Tae, just grown up, and that's on, period. Not really unpopular, but he is depressed and he vapor smokes to cope with it. He's been through a lot with his grandparents dying and all the stress that he's been under, especially since he's the most handsome man in the world 2017 and 2020, as well as the second or first most popular member of BTS. There was this picture taken a couple years ago that went viral that showed his vape in it. Plus, basically all of his solo songs, released or not, are a little depressing. Blue and Grey, Sleep, Stigma, Singularity, Inner Child, etc., or about trying to re-find himself. He's also openly talked about being depressed, which is very brave of him. It's not any of our business, but it was the only opinion I could think of. I don't want to make any assumptions about his personal life. Yes, he probably does vape or did at some point. There are many pictures of him with a jewel to prove that, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's depressed and is using vaping as a coping mechanism. He has been open about his struggles and a lot of his songs do have heavy lyrics, and we also know that he was close to his grandparents and was understandably devastated for a while after their loss. But we don't know if he is depressed right now or not, or if it is for those reasons or not, or if he vapes to cope. So yeah, like you said, it's none of our business. I just hope he is happy and healthy, that's all. When is the mixtape coming out? So in the recent Zoom call that they did with 200 armies that apparently saved a country in their past life, Tae mentioned that he had 15 songs ready for his mixtape but eliminated 12 of them because he wasn't satisfied with them. I think he's being quite perfectionistic with his mixtape and really wants it to be the best thing he ever puts out, so he's refining and editing a lot. It will probably be a while before it comes out. I think we'll even get an OT7 comeback before it does, but that's okay. He can take as much time as he needs and release it when he is satisfied. I just hope he isn't overthinking it and being too hard on himself though. Alright guys, that's all for this video. I hope you're enjoying the series so far as much as I am. Stay tuned for the rest of the series and I would love if you subscribed if you haven't already. I'm going in a certain order which some of y'all may have guessed by now, so look forward to the next member. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.